For Lunar New Year, my dad's sharing another classic.
炒粉絲
Stir-fried vermicelli, also known as glass noodles. I can't really remember a time where I haven't had this dish for Chinese New Year. It's symbolic and simple to make, and that's why my dad almost always includes this dish in his epic 9-course New Year dinners.
Cheers!
Today, we're grateful to share and preserve a very special piece of my childhood and our culture. Now let's dive into how a Chinese chef prepares my wife's favorite ingredient, the vermicelli noodles.
我哋先將啲粉絲浸咗佢先。我哋浸粉絲咧用暖水浸，咁佢就容易浸腍咗啊！唔好咁熱，浸住佢得㗎啦。浸過佢，咁咧浸幾分鐘咧就可以炒得㗎啦，浸腍就得㗎啦。
The word for vermicelli in Cantonese is fansi, which is also transliterated to mean fans, emphasizing the widespread joy these noodles bring. In Chinese tradition, these long strands are more than just a delicious meal. They represent longevity and the wish for a prosperous life ahead. So we want to express our heartfelt gratitude to all of our fansis, you, our wonderful community. We are so grateful for your unwavering support and love over the years, and it makes these moments even more special.
咗粉絲之後咧，得蝦米咧，你要洗佢，洗過啲蝦米佢。
Do not toss that shrimp water, as we'll need it later on in the recipe.
你就係洗完咗之後咧，用啲暖水浸住佢，佢就好快脆咁浸軟啦蝦米啦啊！浸幾分鐘之後咧，佢浸軟咧就可以炒得㗎啦。冬菇呢個係冬菇嚟嘅，都係要洗佢，洗下啲塵嗬。冬菇洗完之後咧，都係用啲暖水浸佢，浸幾分鐘咧，呢個冬菇咧就好快脆腍得啊！喺嗰度。
Next, we'll peel 2 ounces or half of a large carrot.
咁就夠啦。紹菜咧，我就係俾幾塊嘅啫，唔睇太多。
Afterwards, we'll cut about 4 leaves of Napa cabbage. My dad likes to cut near the root of the cabbage. This way, we can save the rest for another dish. Let's watch that again.
個根喺度係咁我咪容易解開咁容易解開咁得㗎。今次嘅安士就足夠㗎啦。 咁都夠啦，都係俾水泡嘅，浸住佢。西芹咧都係用2條、3條，呢度係足夠啦，都係浸住佢，浸佢俾水洗佢。
We have all of these ingredients listed on our blog at madewithlao.com, along with step-by-step instructions and video clips to guide you as you make the recipe at home.
切啲洋葱絲先好似我係洋葱係切絲嘅，用少少夠㗎啦。我唔係用晒成個，所以我就咁搣開佢。 咁用剩咗，你可以擺翻個雪櫃。如果你成個劏開佢咧，咁佢就冇咁容易擺啦，係嘛？唔使切咁粗。
Next, we'll cut 2 ounces of our onion along the grain.
好啦，葱就切一條得㗎啦，一段得啦。葱就洗乾淨㗎，咁都得。
Next, we'll cut about 2 ounces of green onions into 2-inch pieces.
紅蘿蔔都係切絲嚟㗎，所以你唔好一下咁切一片先，切完一片之後，將個平咁擺落去，咁切得上嚟咪唔會喐咯，係嘛？切薄佢。
To julienne the carrot, first cut it into thin planks, then stack the planks and cut them into matchstick-like strips.
擺開佢。 蒜頭咧，俾2生粒，生粒。蒜頭就拍嘅蒜蓉，我哋蒜粒得㗎啦。個頂硬嗰啲除咗佢唔好要。西芹咧就切絲咁樣一段段。
With our 3 stalks of celery, we'll first cut them into quarters. Then cut them into strips going along the grain.
擺喺呢度，紹菜浸咗洗咗，都係切一條咁切。切完咗之後咧，冬菇啦，啲冬菇係咪啊？浸2-3分鐘已經腍晒㗎啦，已經腍晒啦。攣乾水佢再切，
Next, slice 2 ounces of shiitake mushrooms. My dad typically tries to match the shapes of the supporting ingredients to the shape of the main ingredient. With most noodle dishes, my dad cuts his meat and veggies into thin strips to go alongside long, thin noodles.
啲蝦米咧浸到而家亦都腍晒啦，碾乾水佢，蝦米唔使切。呢啲粉絲咧浸到而家就可以得啦，係咪腍咗啦？係咪？做五種咧就好長，就夾起上嚟比較難夾啲啦。咁樣咧，我哋用鉸剪佢嚇。嗱，就咁啦，擎乾水就去炒得噶啦。嗱。
Annie from Patreon asks, how do I prevent the noodles from sticking?
首先你買嗰啲粉絲咧，有啲粉絲就好容易斷、容易黐鑊嘅。但係你買呢隻粉絲咧，有綠豆粉絲咧，濃口粉絲嘅綠豆粉絲咧，佢就好少黐鑊嘅。
就係呢個牌子，
我就覺得呢個牌子就好少有黐過鑊噶啦。如果你隻鑊燒得夠乾嘅，佢係黐鑊嘅可能性就比較少啲嘅。
The star of today's dish is the funsi or vermicelli noodles. Vermicelli is Italian for little worms, and the English loanword has come to describe many different varieties of noodles from all around the world, even within the world of Chinese vermicelli. When it comes to choosing vermicelli for this dish, my dad always recommends 100% mung bean variety, also known as cellophane or glass noodles. As opposed to rice-based vermicelli, mung bean noodles are more ideal for stir fries since they don't break or stick easily.
呢個濃口粉絲嚟，就係我哋呢個方便咧，一嚿嚿咧，用幾多就攞幾多。如果你係成條嘅，你咪要掹出嚟咯，係嘛？要咁掹咯。你要我用咧就用豆嘅綠豆粉絲用呢個粉絲。
咁呢啲有咩好處啊？
爽口韌。呀，呢啲係腍質，呢啲係爽口嘅。
Now we'll get ready to stir fry everything together.
首先開到個大火，好啦，燒油之後，燒到個鑊之後咧，就落油咯喎。呢個係一個湯匙多啲嗱。
Today we're using corn oil, but you can use any neutral high smoke point oil like vegetable or peanut oil.
燒熱之後咧，就慢火啲。
We'll start by adding our garlic in the wok for 20 seconds.
再落蝦米落去。 蝦米咧就已經經過啲油溫炒香之後咧，先至發出嗰啲香味出嚟嚇。你俾咗冬菇絲落去炒埋佢，冬菇咧亦都經過啲油溫炒出嚟咧，佢先至發出啲香味。開慢火啲炒，慢慢㗎。到個2分鐘之後咧，就落嗰啲葱白落去先。咗之後咧，俾紹菜。呢個時候咧。 就開大火啲都唔怕啦。
Stir fry everything together for about 2 to 3 minutes on a high heat.
而家落啲西芹上去。
Next, we'll add our celery in and stir fry for about 1 minute.
而家咧就可以落紅蘿蔔啦。
Then we'll add our carrots and stir fry again for another minute.
頭先咧就浸蝦米嗰啲水，我就俾2三個湯匙就夠啦，唔使俾晒。而家咧就落味咯喎，閂慢火先，一落火落味嚇。鹽咧就我就俾大半個湯嘅茶匙就夠啦。糖咧就多少少一個茶匙。呢個係生抽。 一個湯匙，蠔油咧都係俾一個湯匙嗬，你攪勻佢先嚇，攪勻佢，攞一個茶匙老抽落去，等佢啲粉絲炒上嚟有啲卡蘭靚啲啊！而家咧就將啲粉絲倒落嚟，咁你而家就開大火佢，開翻大火。 擺落去，即係中間有啲菜汁喺度啊嘛，啲菜汁同埋啲蝦米、冬菇啲汁喺中間嗰度，同埋嗰啲味咧，你好，成日俾個筷子，嗱啲卡拿係咪？你有咧嚇
This dish is extremely versatile if you're cooking a bunch of dishes at once, since bean vermicelli noodles hold their taste and texture really well long after they're done cooking. That's why we included this dish in our menu for the Cantonese Feast, our step-by-step guide to cooking the most epic family-style feast for holiday dinners and celebrations. It's one of my favorite family traditions and one of my dad's most impressive displays of his cooking experience. So in this course, my dad's walking us through how he single-handedly cooks his famous 9-course meals, from shopping, prep, to cooking. You'll be learning every little detail, tip, and technique to ensure that crafting your own feast is effortlessly successful. Visit club.mayoflow.com/feast or click the link in our description to see what's on the full menu and to get the beginner's guide to cooking the best holiday dinner your family's ever had. How do you make sure that when you're mixing everything, they mix with the other ingredients?
筷子，筷子撈佢，唔好俾個鑊鏟咁撈，鑊鏟就撈唔勻嘅。兩隻筷子或者夾就得啦。一個你防止佢斷咧，就唔好成日俾個鑊鏟去炒佢，用筷子咧撈炒佢咧，就容易撈勻，亦都唔會容易斷。而家咧洋葱俾落去已經得㗎啦，再俾埋呢啲青葱落去，而家撈勻佢，炒下慢啲火嗱，炒佢。如果唔係咧，佢就黐咗鑊㗎啦。炒咗之後咧，最尾跟住一個茶匙嘅麻油上去，咁樣咧就更加靚啦。嗱，下邊乾晒水，炒得好香，係咪？唔好黐鑊，係嘛？睇到嘛？嚟。蝦米炒粉絲做好咗啦，希望大家中意。毛米紅堆落嚟吃粉絲咯 ！Cheers！ 恭喜發財！
恭喜發財！
新年快樂！身體健康！
YouTube thinks you'll like this recipe next. Let's see if they're right. A huge thank you to our wok stars and all of our chefs in the Kanto Cooking Club.